Good afternoon. My name is Eugene Ford, and I'm the proud principal of Indian Ridge School. On behalf of the students, faculty, and staff, we would like to welcome you to our 2021 graduation exercise. One of the cornerstones of our school philosophy is respect. Out of respect for the hardworking graduates and their families, please refrain from shouting out names, using noisemakers, and doing anything that might distract from the dignity of our ceremony. Please put cell phones on vibrate and remain seated throughout the ceremony until all the graduates have left the auditorium. Upon the conclusion of the ceremony, families and guests will remain in the auditorium for refreshments. Please rise as the procession and remain standing as Miguel Cirillo, one of our graduates, leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Jose.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Graduates, guests, please be seated. I am honored to introduce our platform guest. Please stand to be recognized. Mr. Keith Oswald, Deputy Superintendent and Chief of Schools. Mrs. Valerie Haynes, Central Regional Superintendent. Mrs. Karen Wetzel, Central Regional Instructional Superintendent. Mr. Kevin McCormick, Director of Exceptional Student Education. Mrs. Barbara McQuinn, Board Member, District 1. Mrs. Brill, Karen Brill, Board Member, District 3. Ms. Marsha Andrews, Board Member, District 6. Ms. Shawn Bernard, School Board Attorney. And last but not least, Mr. David Smith, High School Crisis Intervention Teacher and representing Indian Ridge School. At this time, I would like to introduce Mr. Keith Oswald, Deputy Superintendent and Chief of Schools of the School District of Palm Beach County. Keith Oswald is a veteran educator who began his career in Palm Beach County as a teacher at Barton Elementary and now serves as the Deputy Superintendent and Chief of Schools of the School District of Palm Beach County, the nation's 10th largest school district. During his tenure with the school district, Mr. Oswald had the privilege of serving as a teacher, assistant principal, and a principal at South Grade Elementary, and at Boynton Beach High School. He's been assistant superintendent, an area superintendent, and the chief academic officer. As deputy superintendent and chief of schools, Mr. Oswald assists the superintendent in all activities designated by the superintendent and works closely with the superintendent as a strategic partner. Mr. Oswald ensures that quality academic programming and initiatives are offered to all students as part of the mission and to increase academic achievement, graduation rates, and to follow the district's strategic plan. Mr. Oswald earned a bachelor's degree in science in exceptional student education and in elementary education from the State University College of Buffalo in Buffalo, New York. He has a master's of education in educational specialist and in educational leadership. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Keith Oswald to the stage.
Thank you, Principal Ford. Let's give a round for Principal Ford, ladies and gentlemen. And good afternoon. Congratulations, class of 2021. Let's hear for them. This is certainly an exciting day to be back and starting graduations face-to-face, live. I'll tell you, it's been a tough year for everybody in this room, I'm sure. So we're glad to be here today. So first, I have to say, this is by far my favorite graduation, to congratulate the students who've worked extra hard to make graduation happen. To get to this day took a lot of hard work, and first I'd like to thank all those individuals that helped make our graduates get here to this day. First, to the family and friends here, thank you for your enduring love and support to assist this fine group of graduates. You did a great job. Let's give a round of applause to all of our family and friends. And to Mr. Ford, the teachers, the support staff, the counselors, so many of you here in the room. You know, being an educator and working with students asks of one to go above and beyond, and in doing so gives you back so many rewards that will only be felt in your heart and soul, especially working here at Indian Ridge. And today, you get to see how your hard work has paid off. Thank you for the difference you have made for these graduates today. And graduates, today is a big day for you. You made it all the way to graduation. And now the time has come where big changes will be happening in your life. It is time to think about the rest of your life. New routines will be so important for future success. There's a poem titled "Don't Quit" that was actually published 100 years ago, back in 1921, written by Edgar A. Guest. I'd like to share part of this poem with you because it assisted me in helping me be successful in my life and has meant more to me, during this past year, the pandemic, and I think so many of us can relate to in what we've gone through. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, the road you're climbing seems all uphill, when funds are low and debts are high, when you want to smile, but you have to sigh, when care is getting you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. This poem makes me think of my life and what has taken me to get where I am here today, and especially throughout this last year. So I want to leave you with a little advice and what this poem reminds me about, and to hopefully help you as you start the next steps into your future. And it's about, there's one word that this poem makes me think of, and that word is persistence. And persistence is defined as continuing in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. I want to read that again. Persistence is defined as continuing in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition. It took a lot of persistence for all of us to get here today, and to make it through this last year. It didn't just happen, and persistence does not just happen. But how does a person persist? What makes that difference? To me, it's about one of those words in the definition, about action, and what I would define as intentional action. And so part of intentional action and to help you persist, there's a piece of what you can do each and every day to be more successful, and that's around goal setting. Setting goals for yourself each and every day. It's something you need to start doing. That's from making your bed before going to work or school or other tasks. Setting short-term goals helps you reach your longer-term goals, like finding a job or getting a degree from a college. Graduating today and now setting new goals will build new responsibilities. And having responsibilities builds a strong work ethic, and having a strong work ethic builds character, and having a strong character will continue to help you persevere. But all of that starts with setting goals. So as you go home today, begin thinking about what are those goals for you, for yourself, for tomorrow, for the short term, and then into the long term. So again, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, persevere. When the road you're climbing seems all uphill, persevere. When funds are low and debts are high, persevere. When you want to smile but you have to sigh, persevere. When care is getting you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. And I want to conclude with a powerful ending of the poem, Don't Quit. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems afar. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you mustn't quit. Again, congratulations to the class of 2021. We wish you continued success, and thank you all for being here today.
Student leadership means students take active roles in their education and develop positive skills in the process. One of the goals of a student leader is to create a culture of collaboration and community in the classroom, or for our student speaker, the entire student body. One cannot start too soon helping students develop their leadership skills. Welcome to the stage, Darian Villaran, Student Government President for Indian Ridge School.
Hello and good afternoon, parents, relatives, staff, and students. My name is Darian Villaran, your Student Government President and a 2021 graduate. It is an honor for me to be speaking in front of you all today. I cannot believe the day that we have been waiting for is finally here. Graduation day. I hope that the sight of a diploma with our names on it means something to each and every one of us. Today represents the achievement of a goal we have all shared since coming to Indian Ridge. Now, we will have the chance to use the skills we have all learned. Our job is to continue to learn and grow as responsible young adults. The future may seem a little scary. It is full of unknowns. But as Student Government President, this is what I did learn by being at Indian Ridge. And you too need to focus on the great gifts given to us. Here are the top 5 gifts. 1, accept help from others. They have much more experience than we do. 2, everyone makes mistakes. Don't use it as an excuse. Work on the improvements. 3. Indian Ridge gave us opportunities to be successful. For example, I was able to take college classes, continue my French class, and soon I will be going to college in the fall. Now, it may be hard to see the hidden gems amongst us, but in each and every one of us, we can be found and polished, with a very, very bright future ahead. 4. I learned to accept myself. Our problems and issues don't define who we are. The same applies to everyone else sitting here. By accepting help from my therapists and family, I developed confidence and a positive outlook on life. 5. Lastly, stay out of the drama and focus on yourselves. Decide what you want and go for it. There are people we cannot forget to thank for their outstanding support and care. I would like to thank all of my teachers and paras for their dedication to teaching. I want to thank my therapist, Mrs. Marcus, for always being there through all of my endeavors. I want to thank Mr. Smith and the generous administration for welcoming me to their wonderful school. And most of all, thank you, my family, for being the #1 supporters in my life. I am forever grateful for everything you have done for me. You're both the reason why I wanted to reach my full potential. Thank you. And again, congratulations to the 2021 graduates.
Great job, Darian. Great job. At this time, I would like to introduce Mrs. Karen Wetzel, Central Regional Superintendent for the School District of Palm Beach County. As a native of Palm Beach County, Ms. Wetzel has been serving our students in the Palm Beach County School District for more than 30 years. Starting as a substitute teacher while she was still in college, she knew she wanted to make a difference by creating a strong, supportive learning environment and provide opportunities for our students. Mrs. Wetzel has served as a teacher, curriculum specialist, an assistant principal, principals at all 3 grade levels. And each and one of my children, my personal children, has been under her tutelage. That's elementary, middle, and high school, as well as she served as the Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning. She currently serves as the Instructional Superintendent for the secondary schools in the Central Region, and proudly support the leadership and staff and our students here at Indian Ridge. Please join me in welcoming Mrs. Karen Wetzel to the stage.
Thank you, Mr. Ford. So, good afternoon, Indian Ridge. I know your teachers and your therapists and your school staff and your beautiful families are so very proud of you today. High school graduation is such a tremendous accomplishment. After having the opportunity to meet most of you last week, I am really in awe of each one of you. Listening to your stories and how you've all put in the time to really work through issues and concerns in order to get your education, the fact that each of you values your school family and your personal family speaks volumes about how successful you're going to be. And I don't mean successful like running backs or pop stars successful, although you might be there one day. But I mean being successful like people really want to be successful, to be happy, to accept help when you need it, and to find beauty in each and every day. I'm so thankful that I got to meet you and you were able to share your words of wisdom with me. Miguel, who had so much to say, shared this pearl with me. Mistakes help you learn that problems are just opportunities. Darian understands how to accept support and guidance, and he values those relationships and the ability to be able to trust. Ashante valued the opportunity to get to learn in an environment that supported her learning. And Marcus, I understand, has grown as well, participating in student government and even teaching martial arts in his spare time. I know from our time together how much you value the people who support you. You need to know that these people who support you also value you. I wish you the best as you move forward to college or career. Take with you the lessons you learned here in this building. Take care of yourselves, and remember, like the fable says, slow but steady always wins the race. Congratulations.
If you were to Google the meaning definition of soft-spoken, it would say someone who is soft-spoken has a quiet, gentle voice. I would add committed to achieving short or long-term goals, determined to be a model citizen, and destined to be successful because she has been a student at Indian Ridge School. Welcome to the stage for a spoken word, Ashante Montesir, a gentle, soft-spoken, and smart young lady.
Good afternoon, everyone. To my fellow classmates, behind you, all your memories. Before you, all your dreams. Around you, all who love you. Within you all need best wishes on your graduation class of 2021.
Congratulations, graduates. First, I would like to take a moment and thank the faculty and staff and my administrative team, Mrs. Sharon Wood, Mrs. Ruth Ann Musgrove, for their commitment in making Indian Ridge a caring and compassionate learning environment that support the individual needs of our students. Students, this is a very special day for you, and I'm sure that you have anticipating for a very long time. It marks an important moment in your life, reflecting on what you have accomplished in the past and looking forward to the future. Now that you've mastered our behavior system and started transitioning into adulthood, I hope you remember the lessons that your family therapist taught you in your individual sessions, the academic lessons your teachers and your paraprofessionals gave you in the classroom, and the behavior lessons that was instilled in you by the behavior team. As you transition in life, please apply the Indian Ridge school team system. 1, in team, T represents training. When you find yourself in the training phase of life, be prepared to learn everything you can about the subject. Use that time to acquire new knowledge and develop skills that would make you efficient at whatever you aspire to master. Secondly, in teams, E represents evolving. As you evolve into becoming a better version of yourself, personally, academically, and professionally, always be honest about your strengths and your limitations. Recognize the skills that you have developed and the positive things about yourself. Always be honest with those around you and learn to live and learn the life to guide you. And let the things that you've learned in life guide you. When you wake up each day, make a plan to evolve into a better version of yourself than you were the day before. In teams, A represent achieving. When you achieve a particular goal, it happens because of your hard work. It is every parent's goal for their child to at least earn a high school diploma. Today, you have achieved that goal. But you must remain focused and continue to reach out for the support from your family members and your loved ones. You must work hard setting goals for yourself and strive to meet those goals. There may be failures along the way, but you will never know what you can do unless you try. And last, in team, M represent mastering. As you apply the skills and the character of that our staff has helped you to develop, remember the lessons that were taught by the Indian Ridge School on your way of mastering your plan. This accomplishment would look the same different for some people, but if you're happy, you're healthy, and you're constantly evolving into something better, it is then that you have truly mastered life. The world may be a scary place, and sometimes you even feel that the whole world is against you. But you must remember that it is consistently evolving, and you must continue to evolve with it. The journey may leave heartbreaks and scars, but if so, the wounds will heal and reveal who you truly are. They will remind you of the obstacles that you have overcome and should encourage you to continue to move forward, as nothing in life is worth achieving, especially if it's achieved easily. When it seems complicated in life and you feel like giving up, stop, breathe, and ask yourself, what is life trying to teach you? Learn from it, make the adjustments, and keep it moving. You guys were born in the aftermath of 9/11. In your lifetime, you've seen the H1N1 swine flu pandemic of 2010. There was also the Zika pandemic of 2015, and several school changes and life changes. You even had to deal with Miss Brittany loud announcements over the PA system. Indian Ridge is serious about success. And then you also welcomed the change of a new administrator. Ms. Wood became the assistant principal, and I became your principal. But you made it. Congratulations, graduating class of 2001. Before I leave you, I would like to read this poem titled, Being the Best at Whatever You Are. If you can't be a pine on top of the hill, be a scrub in the valley, but be. Be the best little scrub inside the reel. Be a bush if you can't be a tree. If you can't be a bush, be a bit of grass, and some highway happier make. If you can't be a muskie, then be a bass, but be the liveliest bass in the lake. We all can't be captains, some must be crew, but there's something for all of us here. There's big work to do, there's lesser work to do, and the task you must do is near. If you can't be a highway, then be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. It isn't how big, it isn't the size that you win or you fail. Be the best at whatever you are. I like this poem because it reminds me that our position in life doesn't make us more or less valuable. When we measure our success by the world's standards, we may feel as we have fallen short. But I want you to remember, true success is measured by being the best that you are. class of 2021, I hope you all be the best that you can be. Excuse me. Honored guests, students assembled here today have met the requirements of a high school diploma that have been established by the State Board of Education and the School Board of Palm Beach County. At this time, we will present the diplomas to the graduating class. I would like my honored guests to stand and join me as the graduates receive their diplomas.
Ashante Mondesir. Darian Villaround. Marcus McClegg.
Congratulations, Marcus.
Miguel Cirillo.
Congratulations, Miguel.
Seniors, please stand. At this time, it is my pleasure to present Indian Ridge class of 2021.
All right.
You have met the requirements that have been established by the State Board of Education and the School Board of Palm Beach County. Seniors, turn and face the audience. You may now move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side of your cap. Congratulations, graduating class of 2021. And also, honored guests, you may be seated. And graduates, please take your seats. How you doing, sir? And also, I would like to recognize Mr. Gregory Wise, Palm Beach County Commissioner. Thank you, sir, for coming. Now we would have Mrs. Wood come and give our closing remarks.
Good afternoon, honored guests, class of 2021, Indian Ridge students, staff, family, and friends. As Indian Ridge students and staff have learned over the past 2 years, when it comes to sharing about our students and our school, I can be long-winded. However, today, I have chosen to be proud of my students in my school in a few words. Today marks the 25th graduation of Indian Ridge School, and that in itself is remarkable. On this day, we celebrate 4 outstanding students who came to Indian Ridge School from 4 different schools and 4 different cultural backgrounds. But on today, we have presented to you 4 students who used to be diamonds in the rough. But through the tireless efforts of their family, the Indian Ridge School staff, and program, these graduates are no longer diamonds in the rough, but they exemplify the qualities of a diamond, a precious jewel created under immense heat and pressure far below the Earth's surface, or far below their home school being able to bring out their brilliance. The diamond symbolizes brilliance, unconquerability, riches, and intellectual knowledge. The 4 C's of a diamond are color, clarity, cut, and carat. The most important of these 4 C's being the cut. Let it be known to all near and far that the mission of Indian Ridge School will continue in the spirit of excellence to educate the whole student and prepare them to be confident and shine brightly wherever they may go, whether it's college, careers, or the workforce. Invincible Indians of the class of 2021, take pride in how far you have come. Have faith in how far you can go, but through it all, enjoy it. Enjoy, enjoy. Congratulations to the best of the best Indian Ridge students.
As a reminder, please remain seated until the last graduate has exited the auditorium. Graduates, please stand. Congratulations to the class of 2021. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, and good evening. Thank you guys so much.
Bring your students back to 5th grade finals. Once everyone's back. You need to learn how to be appropriate. We're good?